The Greek island of Santorini is one of the most famous islands in the world, and it really is incredible on many levels. The volcanic landscape is massive, rugged, and just awe-inspiring. And the whitewashed towns that stud the tops of these giant cliffs are world-renowned for their unique beauty. People fly from all over the world to visit this island, and it's been made famous in several movies and TV shows. So when we finally made it to this famous island, I was surprised to find out that I did not like it. But before you go thinking how ungrateful I am, I hope you watched the entire episode to see just how much fun we had this week as we embarked on a journey into the heart of the Aegean Sea, getting in some great sailing and getting to see some truly incredible scenery along the way. And make sure you stick around till the end of the episode where I'll discuss exactly why I don't like one of Greece's most famous destinations. Okay, good morning. Well, we got underway nice and early today. I think got underway at 6 a.m. Early morning because we got a long day sail ahead of us. Should be 13 and a half, 14 hours. We are sailing to an island called Astypalaia. And this is gonna be the first step on our journey across the Aegean. This is a part of our big trip back to Spain, back out of the Mediterranean that I've been a little bit anxious about, because until we get a good part across the Aegean, we're gonna be going against the prevailing winds. And so I'm trying to take as much advantage of every window that we get. And so today the wind is good for us to make a whole lot of westing. And so we're just gonna go as far as we can get in a day. Man, it's a beautiful morning. It's a bummer that we're not sailing, obviously, but there is something really nice about waking up real early and getting out of an anchorage with Issa and Desiree both still asleep. They're gonna be that much more, prepared and happy for the day. And yet while they're getting that sleep, we're underway making miles towards our next spot.
And sailing.
So how are the ladies doing this morning?
Good. Had a lot of laying time, which was great. So thank you for getting the boat out of there for us.
Isabella, how you doing, huh?
She's a little fussy today. She's downstairs and she's going, "Da! You want to come up and see Da?"
It is pretty cute because she calls Desiree Mama, and me, it's just Da. All right, well, the wind has picked up even more. We've got 14, 15 knots right on the port quarter. I mean, this has just turned out to be a better sailing day than I had thought. This is perfect. Making great time, 6 knots. We should arrive at 6 p.m. and we're just gonna have a very relaxing evening in this anchorage, which is nice. We are gonna have to set sail again early tomorrow. We're gonna be heading to Santorini, which is exciting because obviously everyone's heard of Santorini. It's one of the main attractions of this entire part of the world, honestly. There's a lot of tourists there, but I'm hoping that it's early enough in the season where at least on the water, it should be pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about it. It looks like an extremely beautiful place. So we're just on the move for today and tomorrow. I hope tomorrow's as good as today has been because this has just been perfect. Isabella is watching her favorite show.
I'm too sick to be a good mom. As
a reminder, Desiree is about 8 weeks pregnant, and lately she's been getting really bad morning sickness, and she has several really bad bouts of nausea throughout each day.
She actually just threw up too.
Man, well, I mean, I'm sorry you're feeling bad, but I'm not surprised. You'd probably be feeling bad anywhere right now. I'm bummed Issa got seasick. I keep hoping that she's gonna get used to it,
Well, she's fine though. She just threw up and went on with her day.
Yeah, well, we are super close.
Yeah.
And it's really pretty outside. I don't know if you want to come look at it. No?
Nope.
Okay. So we're approaching our anchorage, and I already love this place. The island is just super remote. I can't see any civilization anywhere, and it's a big island. I don't know, it's cool to see so much nature and 0 people. I wish we could stay here a couple days, but Santorini is a tough nut to crack on a sailboat because it's kind of exposed. You need just the right weather, and we've got the perfect window. So I think we're just gonna have to enjoy this for this evening and tomorrow morning, and that's it. Okay, so we are entering our anchorage now, and we're going through this really narrow little cut. And then the anchorage itself is really big. It's got incredible protection. This might be the best anchorage in terms of 360 protection in the Aegean. I think it's possible. It's definitely like one of the top 5 for sure. I love a good anchorage, man. When feeling insecure about the safety of your home is something you experience on a regular basis, getting to not feel that way is like a massive relief. Okay, are you feeling better?
Mm-hmm. Thanks for doing everything. I feel so bad.
No, don't. I feel bad for you.
In a way, being underway was kind of nice because I literally didn't do anything today except for lay around with Isa.
Well, it's a pretty anchorage,
Really
huh?
pretty. Really quiet. Huge.
I love this
I
place.
bet. This is your happy place, huh?
Yeah. Okay, so today we are underway for about 9 hours heading to Santorini. There's gonna be very little wind today. I think we might end up having to motor sail the vast majority of it. But one cool thing is that we're out of the shipping lanes, so there's like no more large ship traffic. And honestly, we're just kind of in a bit of a random part of the Aegean, right? There's not a whole lot of sailing destinations here, and so there's a lot less sailing traffic as well. We've basically set our course to Santorini. We don't have to turn or do anything till we get there, so there's a chance that like I might not touch anything for the next 9 hours, which is kind of weird. But yeah, another great day to make some westing, so I feel really good about that. Isabella, you see the boat? We're gonna have to turn. You wanna push the button? Yeah, push this one.
Good job.
Good job, yeah, good job. Okay, buddy, welcome to Santorini.
Wow, it's very pretty.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was like so red, like clayish.
Yeah, so this whole place, like this whole series of islands, used to be one island, and it was volcanic, and it exploded. It kind of looks like it was a giant island that exploded, honestly. Yeah, and so right now we're entering the caldera of the volcano. So we're entering that giant crater, and all of these islands are like the rim of that crater.
Nice boat.
Oh, thank you.
I will give you a stern line from there to pass it on the back.
Okay, so I'll go in and I'll just kind of come in like this, you said.
Yeah.
Got it, okay.
Okay.
Okay, tie it up over there.
Man, this is awesome.
Uh-huh.
I've never seen mooring balls that have stern lines.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
That's super cool. What do you think, bud?
It's crazy cool. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be so unique.
Yeah, especially this spot. They have mooring balls. These are the only reason that I actually decided to come here on the boat, because I knew that it's so deep here. Anchoring is just not safe here, period. Oh, and so the guy told me that they only accept cash for payment, and the only ATM
At the top.
is up there. So we're gonna have to check out the village.
Nice.
Man, look at that. Like, it's just these epic rocks looming over the boat. So our plan this year is to sail back to Spain across the entire Mediterranean. Now that's a lot of miles, but it's also a lot of languages. We're gonna be encountering Italian, French, Spanish, Portuguese, and we are very far from fluent in all of these languages. And that is why it's so essential that we have the sponsor of today's video, Babbel, one of the top language learning apps in the world. With Babbel, we can quickly learn the basics for all of these languages. Phrases such as mi chiamo Jordan in Italian, merci in French, and donde está el baño in Spanish. Babbel is scientifically proven to help you start learning a new language in as little as 3 weeks. And their lessons prepare you to have practical, real-world conversations about travel, business, relationships, and more. Yes, thank you. So sì. You did it. Good job.
Sì, grazie.
Sì, grazie. So make sure that you're prepared for your next trip. Click the link in the description below or scan this QR to get 60% off your subscription. And be sure to let us know in the comments what language you're hoping to learn. All right, so we're underway to explore this island here, but first we got some trash that we gotta throw away. And I asked the guy from the mooring field where to put it, and he told me we take it to this giant pile of trash in this random little spot.
That's so weird.
That is very...
I wonder how often people come by to pick it up.
They clear it? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and look, the dock is just like they poured cement over these rocks.
Oh, there's a lot of flies.
Goodbye, Trash Island. Okay, dinghy is secure.
Okay.
Atticus is looking good over there.
Wife looking good?
The old wife looking good. Now it is time to hike all those stairs up to the top of this cliff. And we did it at just the right time of day. It's almost 10 a.m. and it's starting to get very hot. That's one thing about having a baby is like early starts kind of stop happening. Okay, so it begins. How you doing back there, baby? You're just enjoying this. You're just along for the ride, huh?
I feel like this wouldn't be that bad if it were later on in the day. But right now, it seems like it's the hottest part of the day. And it is like a death march. We've seen a couple of local guys like in their 50s or 60s coming up and down these stairs. And it just makes me think if you want to live here, you gotta be really in shape. You gotta have a strong leg game.
Yeah. Is she asleep?
Yeah, she's like riding a horse while asleep.
How is she asleep?
I don't know, but she's kind of like bracing herself at the same time. She's like,
we need a cowboy hat for her. She can sleep in the saddle. Because let me tell you, I'm not a smooth ride. Oh, we made it. You did it, good job. I consider myself in pretty decent shape. That was intense.
got this whole place to ourselves.
Yes, shade and a very epic view.
Ready for some cold drink?
Yeah, mostly ready to just rest. So this island is called Therasia. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's like a much more low-key island than the main island on Santorini. Now, I think it does get crowded here during the day when the big ferry comes from the big island bringing tourists here. But right now we're here before the ferry arrives, so we have this whole town to ourselves. Like, it is a literal ghost town.
Yeah, it's nice. You could even see those two huge cruise ships over there. It just makes you think how many people are on those.
Yeah.
And here we are just all by ourselves. It was really nice. I wish we could put a bed here though.
Yeah.
Take a nap.
Poor buddy. Isabella, can you give Dad a raisin?
She's like, eat it.
So we need to get some cash, and I think this might be the coolest ATM we've ever gotten cash out of.
Definitely.
This guy's epic view. Oh my gosh. All right, we're back at the boat, and I'm just so hot and so tired. Dad's going for a swim. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, I feel so much better. Like instant relief. Look, Mom's gonna hop in. So it's turned out to be an extremely hot day, and we were kind of struggling on the boat a little bit, but now we're on a ferry heading to Aegean, one of the towns on the main island, and it's air conditioned. Like, our lives just got a lot better on multiple fronts.
Maybe we should just stay here, ride it back and forth.
Say bye-bye, Atticus.
Bye-bye.
Isabella, eat the biscuit that's in your mouth.
All right, we're here.
Okay, so we have landed in Aegean, but we are heading up again. We got a lot of stairs to climb. You feeling up to it, buddy?
I think I can do it.
Yeah, so the hanging of octopus and letting them like dry out is a tradition in this part of the Aegean, but I think in particular here in Santorini. But I think it's kind of funny because I think it's something that was sort of a culinary tradition that was based in poverty more than anything else, you know what I mean? Like it's just a really easy way to like make protein edible. And now like all these rich people are eating it. It's really funny to me. Hi, donkey. Hey, good job, Oso. You haven't been murdered yet. Man, we've been doing a lot of uphill hiking lately. My legs are getting strong. Is this fun? Just wait till you get old enough and you can walk up yourself. Oh, you ever seen anything like that before, bud?
No.
I do want to figure out what it takes to go in that pool. Oh, so crazy. What on? Get down, dude. Wow, that's pretty, so buddy.
Crazy. I know. It's like a Disneyland shopping, but also very nature everywhere experience, you know? Yeah. It's really, really cool.
It's also fascinating, like just how commercialized it is, you know? Because most of the places we go are commercialized to some extent. But like here, I mean, look, you're literally walking around. It's like, would you like to buy some expensive jewelry? No? Okay.
Yes, please.
How about, would you like to buy this? No? Okay. Would you like to buy this? I'm glad we came to Ia and not the main town of Fira, because right now there are 4 cruise ships in the bay. That's like 20 or 30,000 people right there.
Oh, that feels good. Got a little smoothie.
Yeah.
To cool down. Would you like some? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Here you go, cutesy. Did you like it? No, you didn't like it? But would you like some more? Yeah. Okay.
I got a smoked salmon burger. It's just too hot to get anything cooked. You know what I mean? Buddy,
yeah.
That's very pretty, but I'm ready to pass out.
Yeah, tired coffee coma.
It's like food and heat. I didn't even eat that much.
Yeah.
I just want to crawl into some shade and fall asleep. Okay, buddy. I think we're good to go. Just hop on in from there. Yeah. So what do you think of Santorini?
I think it's really cool to just kind of meander down these streets and watch them turn into restaurants and lounges and cool little nooks. So it's very unique, it's very beautiful. There are a lot of people and it's very hot too.
It's one of the nicest outdoor malls I've ever seen.
Jordan is clearly unimpressed.
I don't know, after all the like epic nature stuff that we've seen lately, like we've seen some beautiful stuff in the last week and a half, and this is the most famous part. It's just like weird to me.
Well, you're just not into shopping.
Yeah.
And if you weren't carrying a 30-pound baby.
Yeah, true. Not really the kind of place that you hike around with your baby and your dog.
Say hi, Dad.
Hi, baby.
Hi. Well, we've got an hour until our ferry ride back, so we found this really neat kind of volcanic rock beach. Oso scavenging, and me and Isa are just hiding in the shade. There's Dad. He's gonna jump.
So obviously we had an amazing time this week, and we have had an amazing time for several weeks. I mean, a couple months between Turkey and what we've seen in Greece so far this season. And I'm extremely grateful for the incredible experiences that we are able to have with this lifestyle. That said, I'm just not a huge fan of Santorini. I felt like that was such a contrarian viewpoint that I wanted to just kind of explain my thoughts on it. First of all, I think I can only say that I didn't like Santorini because I've loved so many of the other Greek islands, right? So it's relative to the fact that I have had such a good time here in the Aegean and in parts of the Ionian, the Peloponnese, like Greece and its islands have been awesome. But for me, it comes down to the fact that walking around a super commercialized town or city or collection of towns on an island that's as crowded and popular as Santorini is just not my thing. I'm sure for people that enjoy shopping, it would be awesome, but for me, it just wasn't all that appealing. And I think that this speaks to a much larger issue that we actually encounter fairly regularly. and that is the fact that tourism can be a double-edged sword. So to me, the way tourism works is that at some point a place has some kind of charm or character or personality that is very unique. Whether it be the visual elements, the culture, the cuisine, whatever, that place has something that is really unique and really authentic. And then when tourism comes in, it's able to use whatever authenticness or whatever cool thing it's got going on. Tourism is able to use that and burn it as fuel, which is good because people that live in that place can generate an income from tourism. Tourism like this has pulled so many people out of poverty. Like there's so many people who were the first person in their family to ever go to college that have income from tourism to thank for their upward mobility. So to me, tourism is a net benefit for humanity, but it really does have a dramatic effect on the places where it takes root. And so places like, Key West or Grand Cayman or Santorini, we've been to so many places where tourism has been such a big part of the economy for so long that the place has just fundamentally changed, and it doesn't really actually at its core have all that much of the charm, of the cultural uniqueness, of whatever it was that made that place interesting to begin with. And in a lot of ways, the tourism industry there is running on the fumes of what once used to be like a really vibrant, interesting, natural, authentic thing. So to me, tourism, it's a double-edged sword. I also think of it as a snake eating its own tail, because in a lot of ways, the people that live in that place start to realize what it is that tourists want, what tourists will spend money on, and they start to alter the place where they live to closer match the expectations, the desires of all of the people that are coming to visit their town. And so the character changes, the vibe changes, it becomes very commercialized. So then the question is sort of like, should we not have tourism? Is tourism bad? And no, I don't think so. As I said before, I think it's a net benefit for humanity. And so personally, what I've realized about myself and what I think a lot of people would actually benefit from in their travels, in their vacations, is to try to include a larger sense of adventure in the traveling, right? So what we've started trying to do is focus on taking risks, not focusing so much on the really popular places, and going places that no one's heard of. I mean, basically just going off the beaten path, right? Like that's always a roll of the dice. You don't know if it's gonna be awesome or if it's not gonna be awesome, but it's an adventure. I mean, I guess the world is just a much larger place than I realized when I was younger, and than I think most people realize. So for every Santorini, there's so many other places that aren't over commercialized yet, that aren't fully discovered yet. And so I think that there's so much opportunity when it comes to traveling and getting to know the world, to try to find those places for yourself and for us to do the same thing. And that's just so much more gratifying to me, to roll the dice, try new places that might not be amazing, but every now and then you're gonna find a place that completely changes your life, changes your worldview. So that's my 2 cents. Not a huge fan of Santorini, but hey, if you like it, go for it. Everybody has their own thing.